Hi, this is Dr. Ben Carson coming to you from Florida with Pavlina's Kidz Place. Have fun.
I'm Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Place, and we are here with awesome neurosurgeon and best-selling author, Dr. Ben Carson. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, and welcome to Florida. You've been here on your book tour and everything.
Yeah, we've been having just a wonderful time. Big, enthusiastic crowds all over the place.
Yeah, definitely. And first of all, I just wanted to say your background people are awesome, and you're like superstar status. So just had to say that. You started out your book tour this week. Is there any common problems with like meeting people or anything?
I just find a lot of people who think that I should run for public office.
Yeah, so growing up in Detroit on like the wrong side of the tracks and everything, did you see this coming, like being a neurosurgeon, writing a best-selling book?
Well, I certainly saw becoming a doctor as a reality, but I never expected to have the kind of career that I had in medicine, and I never expected this to happen after I decided to retire.
Yeah, definitely. I know, it's a crazy little surprise and everything.
Well, sometimes your paths are ordered by a power higher than yourself.
Yes. Did your upbringing make you a stronger person?
Oh, absolutely. And as my kids were growing up, we always made it a point to inflict artificial hardship upon them in order to toughen them up, and it worked.
Yeah. And your book right here called One Nation, Chapter 8, you were talking about, bullies and everything, and to, stand up for them and everything. And I was actually talking with Vince Carter a while ago, okay. And he told me, just turn the other cheek, but you said to stand up for them, or stand up for yourself. So if we keep the peace just to keep peace, is there anything wrong with that?
If you just go along to get along,
yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah. Because, see, that's exactly what happened in Nazi Germany. Yeah. People didn't believe in what Hitler was doing, but they said, well, don't say anything because you might get in trouble. Yeah. Well, that's not a good thing. So, I believe in the concept of turning the other cheek in the appropriate situation. But when it comes to the trampling of everybody's rights and the creation of a tyrannical government, I think at that point the other cheek is going to have to be fighting for you.
Yes, definitely. If you didn't think you were going to win, would you still run?
I would, if I was going to run, I would be running to present an option, an option of citizen statesperson, not traditional politician, and to also move the discussion in the direction of the Constitution and of freedom and of the things that America stands for, and not allow ourselves to continue to be moving further and further away from American concepts.
Kids are the future and everything, and by 2016 I'll be 18 to vote. So if you are running, and I'll be taking my first voting very seriously and everything, what makes you different from other candidates?
Well, what I would say to you is you need to scrutinize the candidates and make sure they have your future in mind. If they are allowing continued government growth, higher and higher taxation, giving away your rights for the sake of enlarged government, allowing the national debt to continue to grow, even though they say it's growing more slowly, you need to run for the hills from that candidate, because that is selling your future.
Yeah. You asked a friend this question a week or so ago on the Sean Hannity show. And I was going to ask you, what do you think would make the U.S. a better place?
Well, there are a lot of things, but I think the thing that would really help is if we readopted our Judeo-Christian values, and we knew what was right and we knew what was wrong, and we didn't start trying to excuse everything. And, we held people to standards, but we also created the right kinds of opportunities for all of our people. We want the 47% to be able to move out of the 47% and move up. We don't want to keep them there.
What is, the best way to get, into a good attitude?
Well, the best way is to start thinking about others and not being selfish. And right now, as a nation, we're being selfish by borrowing so much money from the future, knowing that eventually somebody's going to have to pay it back. That's what happened in the city where I grew up, Detroit, which was once the most prosperous city in America and now is bankrupt. That's what happens when you have that kind of attitude.
Yeah, Exactly. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Pleasure. Okay.